So generally, you can borrow up to 4 times your annual income. The banks will take into account the full household income, your guaranteed income, some overtime, a bonus income, but as a general rule of thumb, you'll be able to borrow up to 4 times your total household income. I think deposit-wise, 12% is a good sort of benchmark. You'll need a 10% deposit to purchase the house, 1% for your government stamp duty, and another 1% to cover the legal fees, the engineer valuation, all the small incidentals. So I think 12% is a good sort of minimum figure that you'll need for any house that you're looking at. So there are two main government schemes at the moment. There's the Help to Buy for first-time buyers, which gives up to 30,000. It's based on tax you paid over the previous 4 years, so up to 30,000, and that'll count towards your 10% deposit when you're purchasing the house. And then there's the First Home Scheme. So with the First Home Scheme, you need to borrow the maximum amount that you can get from a bank, and then the First Home Scheme will bridge any shortfall in funding that you have. It's up to 20% of the purchase price if you're using the First Home Scheme, or up to 30% if you're not using the First Home Scheme. But you must take your maximum mortgage, and the First Home Scheme will bridge the gap. To get your mortgage application started, documents-wise, you'll need a salary certificate from your employer. That'll be completed by HR. You'll need 3 months pay slips and an employment detail summary, which you download from Revenue. And then you'll need 6 months bank statements for all accounts that you have. If you're self-employed, you'll need 3 years financial accounts, 3 years most recent tax returns, and a letter from your accountant confirming that your tax returns are all in order. So the two primary methods really of proving repayment capacity are through rent that you would have paid over the previous 6 months and a build-up of savings. If your mortgage repayment is roughly $1,700 a month, you'll need to have roughly $1,700 a month between your savings and rent over the previous 6 months. There are other ways we can prove repayment capacity, like ABC contributions or loans that are stopping, but the primary method really will be rent and savings. So in Ireland, we don't have credit scores, and you don't need to build up a credit history in order to apply for a mortgage. So if you've no credit history, that's totally acceptable to the bank. As long as we can show repayment capacity, they'll be happy. If you have had issues with loans in the past, like missed payments or arrears, just get in contact with your broker and we can make a plan in terms of when would be best for you to apply. It may mean that you can't apply straight away, but certainly we can make a plan and come up with a solution for you. So banks' policies on overtime and bonus income kind of varies from bank to bank, but as a general rule, they'll take an average of maybe previous 2 or 3 years income from bonus or overtime, and they'll just want to see a pattern of you earning it. But absolutely, it can be used towards your income in your mortgage application.